Welcome along. Today we are in Brazil to revisit round 2 of the 1991 F1 Championship, where we will be in Senna's iconic McLaren MP4 at Interlagos. First, we quickly look at the grid setup and something else that will help bring even more immersion to today's race. And we'll get to the race soon. I just wanted to show you the grid here. You're able to force the starting grid order by editing the qualifying skill level in the XML file. So take a look at those files that you get from Overtake. Newfound respect for the developers of all those mods. A lot of work goes into that, and I have a better understanding of that now after looking at the files myself. But we have the grid set up in the correct order. We're missing 4 drivers as this car only has 26 IDs available for it in the game. Hopefully Riza expands on that in the future, allowing us to fill the grid completely with the drivers we need to replicate these historic races. But this will have to do for today. We also edited the vehicle reliability stat to hopefully have the same level of retirements to what happened that day in Brazil, but this being just a short 16-lap race, we may not get as many retirements, but stick around because things do happen. And one more thing to get some more immersion into the event today is I picked up another item from 3D Wrap. It's my second rim from them. I got the 98T previously from them. This is the MP4 and this time I opted to get the paddle shifters for this. Last time I kept the 98T a little bit more analog, but I wanted to have this cover that era of F1 when technology advanced from the H-pattern gearbox, which this MP4 had, and it's the last H-pattern car to win a Formula 1 championship, so that's what we'll be using today. But then they moved towards the flappy paddle system, so I wanted to have that to cover that era through the 90s. And it came in about a week from Italy, so the shipping was fantastic, and everything out of the box worked great. I had to buy the adapter for the 70mm attachment. The USB is great. I just use an extension cable to get down to the USB hub below the rig. But yeah, this is a 260mm diameter rim, really lively in your hand, and it adds a whole new level of immersion to the race you're about to see. So stick around, lots of action coming up as we try to replicate Senna's 1991 victory here at Interlagos.
Go, go, go.
So we get a really decent start off the line here to get things underway. In Brazil, we are up against these tremendously quick 5 and 6 cars of the Williams team. Mansell and Patrese, I've been trying to do this video for you guys. I've been trying to make it competitive. I didn't want this to be a walk in the park, but boy, oh boy, did I ever set myself up with a challenge. The lap times being achieved by 2 Williams cars were approaching the low 118s, high 117s. The world record is somewhere around the 115 mark. And the real lifetime by Mansell was 120 point something. So in order to
Good start. Well done, Kevin.
replicate Senna's win that he had here in 91, we're going to have to fend off the Williams team. We're going to drive consistently. We have to have a good pit stop. We can't make any mistakes as we felt the rear end kind of go on us there. We have to watch the gearbox because I don't use any assists. No automatic blip here. So the downshifts
Is now open.
as I make a dog's breakfast of that one, are important to not cause any damage to the gearbox. Now we have a break here. We have Alesi has gotten ahead of Patrese. So anything that slows the Williams team down a little bit is helpful to us. We have
Come on, don't make it easy for him. Make him go the long way around.
We have a bit of a gap on Mansell behind. Sector 2 is awful for me. I'm super slow through there compared to them. I don't know if it's a skill issue on my part or if it's just that the AI has some magic grip and acceleration through there that I can't find. I made some changes to the car. I moved the brake bias to allow me to get the car turned a bit better under braking into the corners, so I can get it sort of pointed straight to head out of them. Maybe the braking with the left foot is a technique I should learn to help get the car turned with my pedals a bit more, but I haven't really practiced that too much. But I think we'll just try to drive within our comfort zone today here to try to replicate Senna's victory. And if you notice, we have a pit board over here now, thanks to longtime subscriber Kevin Barber for the idea to add that into the video and onto the display for you guys. There's also some inspirational messages that show up at the top. He suggested one that we might see later after we hit the pits. But it depends on where I am in the grid and how I'm doing in the race. So if you have any suggestions, there's obviously a character limit as to how much I can fit on the pit board. But leave your suggestions in the comments. Keep it family friendly. But yeah, we could add some more in there. I mean, if you're dead last, right? What would you say? You stink, or something like that, you know? So get creative. But we are managing to hold on to the lead here into lap 4. We have to start thinking about our pit stop as well. We're going to have to...
Kevin, don't let this guy distract you. You're now in the lead. New fastest lap for Alesi, 119.36.
So low 119s by the likes of Alesi. But Mansell is keeping pace with us. Patrese has fallen back behind PK, which is interesting. And I'll tell you, I've done this race a few times, and it's been unique pretty much every time. Ooh. The one consistent factor is that I have a disadvantage through this twisty bit to the Williams cars, but I'm trying to deal with that by covering off the inside. Mansell's been pretty aggressive though, in some cases, really coming through on the inside when there's barely any room. And they will also go around the outside if they can find a way. There's no holy grail sim out there. You could combine all of our favorite sims together and maybe come close, but AMS2 for me does a pretty good job. It still has flaws, and hopefully Reza will continue to work on those as far as the single player experience goes and the different combinations, especially considering they're trying to come out with a career mode, right? I had a comment from a viewer bring that up, that it won't be too cool if the combinations aren't sorted to get the AI to compete at a consistent level on all tracks and cars. So we'll see how that goes. No idea when that career mode's going to come out. And 1.7 as well, as we lose time up the hill again to the Williams behind.
Clear left.
Trying to cover off the inside. Mansell pressuring us the entire way. We're hoping he gets some pressure from Alesi behind him. As we see Mansell kind of catch a little bit of the curbing there.
It's all over you. Keep your exit speeds up. Stay smooth.
And that's a really good tip from Jim. That's what we're going to have to do to stay in the lead here. As we start lap 6 here coming up. I think we'll decide to come in.
That lap was a 120.18. Fastest lap for Berger, 118.00.
I think we'll try to make our pit stop now and get that out of the way. But it'll give Mansell free rein at putting in some pretty quick lap times. Pit in. Oops, my mic might be a little bit off here. Let's see if we can try that again.
That's a new fastest lap for Berger, 118.00.
Pit in.
Acknowledged, pit stop requested.
Okay. Jim heard me that time. Sometimes my mic on my headset here gets dislodged slightly with all the activity. Oh, as we get a tap from the back from Nige. Okay, he backs off there and lets us...
Okay, Kevin, we didn't record any pit timings, so we don't have good estimates for the exit positions. Expect traffic on exit. We expect to exit the pits in position 20, right with Lundell and Bootson.
Okay, so we're going to have a lot of traffic to deal with coming out of our pit stop here.
Look out for the pit speed limit.
Trying to get it stopped. We don't care about these tires. Give us the new ones.
Go, go, go.
And there's the message that Kevin Barber suggested. Clean it up. And that's what we're trying to do.
There's traffic behind. Keep your wits about you.
And we
on your right.
Slot back into the race here.
Your brakes are cold, be careful.
Right side.
We got Morbidelli to our right.
Hold your line. Clear right. Car right. Clear right.
The next car is Lato.
Have to get our head down and have a good outlap after our pit stop. We wouldn't keep pace and keep an eye on what Mansell's doing, but he was in second and has taken over the lead. He's putting some distance between himself and Berger, and he's probably able to do some pretty quick lap times. Jim is going to be giving us a report on that, I think, soon, and we'll have to watch and see if Mansell comes in for a stop.
The leader's just done it, 118.24.
Oh, great. So Mansell's doing 118.2s. And we'll have to keep an eye out to see if there's any other threats. Our teammate Berger might be doing all right as well. But Mansell's going to be the car to watch as we try to string together some good laps to get back into this.
Okay, Kevin, you're reeling. P13 in. The gap is 1.2 seconds.
Not the best shifting there as we get down into third gear. We've had a yellow flag, so that might have slowed some of the drivers up, but I don't think Mansell would have.
Lundell has retired.
And we got a retirement. Mark Lundell is out. Some adjustments were made to the XML file to try to get some more realistic retirements in this race, as we have understeer trying to get out of that left-hander. That was a real challenge. We didn't get the car turned in enough on braking. Into fourth gear there. We tuck in behind Lato. We'll have to see where he's going. Hopefully he's not coming in for a pit stop. That was close.
Halfway home. Fuel looks good. P12. Got double yellows. Double yellows.
Okay, a double yellow. Oh, green immediately though.
All right, Kevin. The next car is Suzuki.
Mansell's both a 2.5 second lead over Berger now. As we try to just put together the best laps we can to keep pace. Another shout out to SS Racing. He gave me a mention in one of his videos a little while ago. He does some videos of single player and online lobby racing in AMS2, so I'll put a link to his channel in the description. We have another yellow flag. We can't pass under yellow, so I hope there's not too many yellows that affect us.
1.7. Mansell is pitting from P1. We think he'll come out close in front. Berger is now in the lead.
If Mansell comes out in front and he doesn't have a mechanical breakdown, he has a really good chance of winning this. Almost guaranteed.
Gap to 13th place. Behind is increasing. It's now 2.7. That was a 118.58. It's your best lap in this session. Sector 2 is a second off the pace.
But it looks like we were able to come out ahead of Mansell. We've got Suzuki and Moreno ahead of us. As we see an error by the driver ahead, we're going to have to safely get by him as we get into some traffic.
Suzuki in the gap's now 0.37.
Some traffic here after our pit stop. We got a lockup ahead trying to navigate through this smoke. Oh, and if we have a engine failure, it looks like ahead of us. That was Suzuki, who we almost came into the back of.
Suzuki has retired from the race. Okay, Kevin, you've got half your fuel left. The guy ahead is Moreno. It's starting to drizzle.
Oh, and we have another variable here coming to play. That's the rain.
Come on, stay focused. Apexes and exits, apexes and exits. P7.
So we'll see how we do. Again, I didn't want this to be a cakewalk. I wanted a challenge for this video, make it a little bit entertaining to show off this 3D replica wheel. Sun seems like it's trying to come through a little bit. That's kind of a neat atmosphere.
In the gap's now 0.6.
When you look closely, you can mistake Moreno for a Williams with that paint job there. From this distance, anyway. Could be my eyesight's horrible. Time for another appointment. I do wear glasses for distance. For real life driving, I wear glasses. But sitting this close to the screen, I don't. Into fourth gear down the hill as the rain starts to collect on the track. We're hoping it doesn't compromise traction too much.
Berger is pitting from position 1. He should be a little bit behind when he comes out. The leader, Berger, is pitting.
Okay, our teammate is pitting. He's had a great race. We're going to try to take the lead from him, though, if we can. We have to be careful coming into this section. And we come down the hill following Moreno, who I think still has to come in. Possibly.
Mansell is now retired.
And we've... Oh, Mansell's out. Mansell is out of the race.
Come on, Kevin. Nicely done.
Just as in 91.
The driver in front of us is Capelli.
And we pressured
the rain now. Looks like it's getting harder.
The driver in front of us back there, Moreno, I think, into a mistake. As the rain continues to come down, we luckily have all of our gears. Senna finished off this race stuck in 6th gear for quite a few laps near the end. But Mansell out again in this replica race here of the 91 Brazilian Grand Prix. Again, it's not his day.
Push, push, push. It could be second here. The gap to Moreno behind is increasing. It's now 2.0 seconds. This is terrific. Exactly what we came here for. P2, your last lap time was at 119.54.
We have PK to deal with ahead. If he's already come in for his pit stop, good for him. He's had quite a race. And in which case, we're not going to repeat Senna's win. Again, every time I run this race, there's a different scenario that seems to occur. That makes it interesting. Really hoping somehow PK still has to pit, but I thought we've run a pretty good race so far. but we did get into some traffic. And he's not in this time, so...
The leader,
oh,
PK, is
there we
pitting.
go.
PK
Okay.
ahead is pitting. You've just done a 119.14. New fastest lap for Patrese, 117.84.
And Patrese still out here putting in blistering times. A sub 118 time is just 3 seconds back of us with a couple laps to go, so we'll see what happens there as this rain continues to come down. So far, traction seems to be okay as we try to maintain the lead. Tracy's putting together some crazy lap times behind us after, I don't know, having some problems at the front part of the race. We're going to have to try to capitalize on the straights here with this McLaren. We don't have the ability through the twisty bits to compete with the Williams cars. We're hoping Patrese had some trouble with Berger back there.
You're in the lead. 2 to go. You're in the lead.
Oh, as we
Pit window closes at the end of this lap.
start to feel a little bit of compromised grip levels here with this rain. Back on the throttle.
The gap to Patrese behind is now 1.9.
Really hoping Berger and Patrese keep each other occupied. Back there as we navigate through this second sector, we caught too much of the curb and lost the back end a little bit. Correcting that, and we're really getting closed up on by Patrese behind. 7% engine damage, 7% gearbox damage. As we gain a little bit of a gap coming out of that section up the hill. Taking a deep breath as we get the last lap underway.
One more lap and keep it together. We'll win this. Pit window is closed.
As we try to replicate Senna's win in 91. We've had Mansell retire. He was a real challenge for me in this race in my other attempts, as has been Patrese. The Williams cars closing up through this section every time, just trying to keep them at bay. And again, keeping it close to the inside. Short shift to fourth again to go down to this left-hander. Back on the throttle up the hill. Berger has gotten ahead of Patrese through the last section, the last corner maybe. But we come across to replicate Senna's win here in Brazil. Jim is super happy, and that was intense. Our teammate finishing second behind. Amazing job. Patrese putting in some blistering times near the end and closing the gap the entire time on us. I was getting nervous. We've done 10% damage to the gearbox here as well. But let's head back to the pits here and take a look at how many retirements we had and kind of what kind of lap times the AI had in that race as well. Okay, there we have it. That was a fantastic race. It took me a few tries to put together a really good one that was challenging, and that one definitely was. As it got really close near the end there, I was legitimately nervous we were going to get caught by Patrese, but then Berger somehow managed to come through with a second place finish, and tremendous day for McLaren again here in this 91 reenactment. We had some retirements, not too many actually. A key one though being Nigel Mansell. He was out 7 laps to go. Suzuki and Blundell both all retired. But what a tremendous race. Thanks for joining me. Thanks 3D Wrap for sending me this wheel. It's been fantastic, and I can highly recommend grabbing one of these if you want to replicate any Formula One race in any one of your favorite sims out there. But that's it for today from Brazil. We've replicated Senna's win. It was awesome. Thanks for watching, and have a great rest of your day. And get past me on the inside.
Come on, Kevin.
On your right.
Oh, I got rear-ended by a Ferrari.
Restart it. Get the clutch in next time.
And I've disappointed Jim yet again.